Super Shaman. It's the VHS tape. Once again. Yo, I got my new news on, you know what I'm saying? I got my new news, you know. But anyway. So, accumulating all this knowledge, this is the thing. Because I get a lot of people that, hit me up and have said, like, they trying to get the knowledge and all this other different things. The thing about it is you have to have the desire, okay? This shit is not about just cracking up a book and it's like you got everything right away. This also deals with learning styles, different things. A lot of people, for instance, see, I'm neurodivergent. So, and I didn't really know as much of how neurodivergent I was until in the last couple years. Because I would do in math, I use the calculator, do the problem, but I wouldn't do it the same way and show the work, but I would still be able to do it, but I couldn't show my work. Not even just with the calculator, but I use a different method. It's like, okay, well, how's the procedure? It didn't make sense to me up in math. And later on, I figured out I was slightly dyslexic. Some of them A's turn into B's, depending on what the look, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody cripping. The little hook on top of the A. You know what I'm saying? But then later on, I'm doing numerology and shit, and I'm recognizing, wait, hold on. G's and all that stuff like that, that's looking like nines. I'm decoding shit, finding out angel numbers. And then later on, noticing my style of learning, which is whether it be visual, whether it be, with the book, whether it be hands-on, experiential. You got to learn your learning style. You got to figure out what your learning style is. I remember when, growing up in school, that they would have these little tests, and it's like, whatever your hobbies is, multiple choice and everything, find out your whole blueprint of like who you are. Like, okay, you're an artsy person. Okay, you're an industrial person, and all of that. Here's your careers of what you'll go into. Of course, most of my shit was abstract of creativity. And with my IQ being a 117, that means I do everything in the spiritual realm and make it into the physical realm. So it's like what they say as abstract is really spiritual. It's another way of non-physically tangible to be able to touch it, to feel it. So after that, then of course 117, you put all that together, numerology, that's 9 ether, 144,000. It really made sense to me because I don't think in so much of a physical or earthly way. Like, I don't look at things in the physical to be approved. I always experience, and it always happens in the spiritual realm first. So if you really want to accumulate knowledge, you got to figure out first yourself, your learning style, different things you're actually into. Because, like I said, this shit might look, and I'm still learning, I'm still, growing up and shit. I'm not acting like I got all the answers. I'm searching to find as many answers as I can. So it's all about how you approaching different stuff. It might be people that they watch a tape of Bobby Hemmett or, Brother Panic or something on YouTube. Then that's how they get it. Some people, they don't, because of how they're designed, they might not necessarily read books per se all the way front to back cover, and you don't gotta read front to back cover. Get your 10 points, your facts, your context clues, and get the fuck out of that. You don't have to read every book cover to cover. You can have some books you might just read one chapter in that mug and you just needed that. So it's like, that's how you gotta go with it. You don't have to figure out everything right away. You can just get crumbs to it. People lack patience, and people lack the fun excitement of having the journey and the adventure of study. Because right now I'm in awe with this shit. I am in my zone. And when I say I'm in my zone, to the point to where things 5 years ago I was watching, couldn't really understand it, but I was absorbing it. Boom. Now I'm like, oh, I get it now. What? So it all taken. And plus, some books and some things that it's not meant for you to learn at the time. Some of them meant for you to learn afterwards when you got all your distractions out the way. Which I had a lot of distractions in my way. A lot of distractions. And to be honest with you, about 90% of my calls. So Super Shaman.